You are listening to Claret and Blue, an Aston Villa podcast brought to you by Birmingham Live.
Hello, welcome back to the Claret and Blue podcast. My name is Dan Rowlinson. I'm joined by Ashley Preece on Tuesday morning. Ash, how are you?
Getting mixed up with the days now. What time is it in Australia? What day is it?
Oh, mate, it's going to be a nightmare this next 10 days or so, trying to work out what time you're working and what that translates to over here. Obviously you're going to Australia. Lucky you. It's not as hot today in the UK, which is nice. I wanted to get this out of the way before it gets sunny and really hot in this room. We've got plenty to talk about, going back to Walsall even, bit of housekeeping with some players going out on loan. The new kit has obviously launched since we last spoke as well. And then we'll turn our attention to Australia as well. New kit, first of all, the first kind of glimpse we got of it in action was on Saturday against Walsall. What do you think of it? Do you like it?
So it's quite plain, isn't it, really? I like the rubber badge element. Quite like a rubber badge. But yeah, it seems okay. I haven't seen it up close and personal. I haven't touched it, kind of thing. But it looks okay. It does what it says on the tin, doesn't it, really? And I think it's a bit better quality this year, a bit better fitting. And judging by the other kit prices, I think I've sent you a list of the kit prices, Dan. It's not. I know it's gone up, but everything's gone up. I think the Arsenal shirt's £100 for the normal shirt. So it's one of them ones. But yeah, I'm more intrigued by the away one. I always am with the away kits. So we'll wait for that one.
Yeah, I saw a piece from Rob Warner, who we had on the podcast probably a year and a half ago, the kit designer who did the Italy show in 2006. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, when we talked about his kind of favourite Villa kit and stuff, that's still relevant. You can go and see that. But he was saying about how when a club gets a new kit manufacturer, it's obviously Castor for us this year, they always tend to seem to play it fairly safe in their first season because there's always an uptick in sales in the first year because it's something new, like all the shirts I've got behind me. It looks different just because it's a different manufacturer for a start, whether it's, claret body, blue sleeves, it's still similar, but new badge kind of, there is that uptick in sales. So they play it safe knowing that there's going to be an increase anyway, and then they kind of go a little bit more experimental as that kind of multi-year deal progresses. So maybe we'll see something a bit more inventive next year. I like it. I don't mind it. I like it kind of classy and simple. I like a collar. There's a lot of collars on shirts across the Premier League this year. I don't mind a collar. We've not really seen much kind of rumours in terms of an away kit, but a lot of the training wear is like a pale kind of blue, off-white blue colour. So you would assume it'd marry up with that. On to Walsall, then the game itself, it was a 4-0. I was working elsewhere, so didn't catch the game, but I've seen the goals back on social media and on the highlights and stuff. We talked before the game about how important is the results across pre-season, and we've kind of agreed it's not that important, but it's always nice to win, and a good day out for 4,000 Villa fans in the sun watching your team win 4-0 after a few weeks away from football. It's lovely, isn't it, to be back?
4,000 Villa fans, there's more than that, Dan, in the home end. No, it was Walsall's biggest gate for 8 years, 9,500 down there, and Villa didn't take a penny from the gate receipts from the away fans. They gave it all to Walsall. Their manager Michael Flynn was very, very complimentary of Villa. So yeah, nice little. It's a nice annual pre-season trip for fans, isn't it? Everyone loves that one. I think it's a good stomping ground for some of the Villa's youngsters to go to. League Two, decent setup down there. Good manager. I think Villa are missing a trick. I know Tyreek Wright went down there last season, but I think more Villa youngsters should go and play their stuff at Walsall. I think that the relations are very good between the two clubs, and nice touch from Villa to give them all the gate receipts at the weekend as well. So yeah, good atmosphere down there. A lot of excitement, as there always is, as the coach is pulling in. Yeah, two different 10s. I think Sinisalo played in goal for both halves. A couple of youngsters got a chance to impress, and obviously a couple have headed out now. Sinisalo's gone to Burton, and Azaz's gone to Plymouth, and Azaz has signed a new contract in doing so at Villa. So he's been impressive throughout the first few weeks, and he'll step up to League One football now. But yeah, got to see Diego Carlos in the flesh, as we mentioned. Watkins back in the goals, and obviously Cameron Archer as well. So good run outs, and obviously they landed in Australia last night, which is, I think it's evening there now. So yeah, but they had a session today. And yeah, it's all systems go for Leeds at the weekend.
I know you did a post-match debrief with Matt Davis on the Walsall game, 10, 12 minutes or so. So if fans have missed that, you can have a bit more detail on Walsall there. There's no point us repeating ourselves too much. Was there one player that you were impressed with more so than anyone else, or one that you were keen to see and were happy to see that they proved you right or anything like that?
I quite like Morgan Sanson, I think he looked quite good. He looked fit and he had a bit between his teeth to really prove something. He always looked to attack and feed the front two. Yeah, I think Morgan Sanson was my pick. I know it's only Walsall, but you want to see that You want to see if they're up for it, not just coasting. And Morgan Sanson.
The flip side of that argument of it's only Walsall is if the player was rubbish, you'd be going, it's only Walsall and they didn't look great. So, you do expect us to roll them over, Premier League opposition against League Two, but that's the point. You want to be able to see that the players are performing. Yeah,
and Cameron Archer's finishing ability as well. I didn't touch the ball much, but one-on-one, you put your house on him scoring now. So his hot streak continues, and long may that continue, mate.
Talking of finishes, Villa posted a clip of John McGinn yesterday, I think it was, of him putting a goal away in training with a lovely kind of sweet half follow with his left foot. Thinking about your shout for him getting more goals next season. I saw we just put that on social media and people being like, McGinn's only scored like 9 goals in his Villa career. He's not going to score 10 next season, but plays further forward and he's got a bit of support behind him.
Yeah.
Be a big season for McGinn. Let's touch on those loans that you mentioned then, Azaz and Sinisalo. We talked last week, I think it was, particularly about Azaz, and I was saying, he's a bit older than some of the current crop, and that he's already 21. Some of the Villa youngsters that you're kind of hanging your hat on to be the next level at 16 or 17 at the moment. So, is he a bit too old kind of thing? And I saw a YouTube comment saying that I clearly don't watch Villa enough to realise that he is a talent and this kind of thing. But, the people at the club that watch him week in, week out and know a lot more about football than I do and you do and most people watching this think that he's ready to go out and have another season, a full season on loan at a higher level than last year, but isn't quite ready to make anything with Villa so far. It is a little bit of make or break, isn't it? The older you get, you've got to impress somewhere else before you get a chance here. I wasn't writing Finn Azaz off because he obviously does look a decent talent, but he's got to go and prove it elsewhere before he gets a chance at Villa, unlike someone like Cameron Archer, who's a few years prior, and we're all going, start him now. Yeah,
I think he'll be a late bloomer, Dan. You've seen your Vardys and Ian Wrights come to the fore a bit later on in their careers. Good move for him, Plymouth, big club down in League One. I think he signed a new Villa deal, Dan, so Villa must think highly of him. He's 22 in September. For those that were at Walsall on Saturday as well, first glimpse of him, he's over 6 foot, real size, good on the ball. Punches the ball into the forward players, good on the half turn, and he played quite well with Nakamba next to him. So, all for this move. He was League 2 Young Player of the Year last season. He's going to play a league above now in League 1. Rips that up. You never know. I've seen a few shouts. Finn should be playing in the Championship. I think he probably should. But I think this move makes sense. Schumacher will look after him down there. He'll play week in, week out, and Villa will check back in with him next summer. So, excited by Finn. Sinisalo, he's gone to Burton. He wants to play football. He'll be number 1 at Burton. I'm sure of that. And it means Philip Marsh will be number 3 at Villa at the moment. Louis Barrett, could be some movement this week with Louis. I watched him down at Chasetown last week. He has really bulked up in size. That Sweden loan, really beneficial for him. Really, really kicked him on. He's developed physically now. Tore it up last week at Chasetown. Villa winning 8-2. Good atmosphere down there for those that weren't aware of that one. But League One clubs in for Louis as well. Could have an announcement this week. We'll see with that one. And but like you say, Villa should wrap up the deal. I know they've agreed one with Ludwig Augustinsson. Get my words out. And it could mean Ben Cruzen could head out, Dan, as we know. So there's lots happening.
Yeah, you would assume so. This is when people were talking last week or a couple of weeks ago about it all being a bit quiet. Once one kind of position starts to move, there's that domino effect for a few. Ash Young signs a new contract. Villa signed a reserve left back in Ludwig Augustinsson, which is lovely and easy to say. I mean, if you're paying per letter for prices for players on the back of the shirt, probably one to avoid. Played with Carlos for Sevilla last season and Olsen in the national team. Honestly, I don't know much about him. He's obviously not going to be any better than Luca Dean, but he's probably better than Ashley Young as a backup left back, and that allows Ben Cruzen to go out on loan to League One for him as well. Do you think?
Well, or League Two. We want to rush him too soon. We've seen when Louis Barrett went to League One, made that jump a bit too soon. Didn't really play too much. Whereas Kane Kessler-Hayden went to Swindon in League 2 and did really well. So I think League 2 would probably be suiting better.
How's the squad shaping up for Villa now? Is that the 5th official signing now, I think? Olsen, Coutinho, Kamara, Carlos and Augustinsson. We said last week, would you be happy if there was no more signings? We have got that backup left back now that we thought we probably needed, and it probably puts minutes for Ashley Young even less. So you happy?
Happier, yeah. It's strengthens the strength in depth a little bit. And I think we're 1 or 2 away from having that complete squad, Dan, if you're asking me now. Midfielder, obviously. to come in and just provide that fierce competition Gerrard loves and Gerrard wants. So he spoke about that last week, didn't he? Whether that's on a number 6 or number 8, you know. Obviously, Kamar's been brought in as a number 6, but judging by Gerrard's comments last week, he won't be afraid to play him as an 8 as well, and he's got all the capabilities to do that and really and excel in the final third. So, yeah, midfielder for me. And then once they're back from ours, I think they'll have a look at Archer and Davies' situations. I think one would probably head out of those two, and I think a new striker could well come in. So we'll see with them one. So, yeah, midfielder and a striker, away from having a complete squad for me. And obviously, Villa's squad is quite heavy at the moment. Your Ghazi, your Gilberts, what's their future saying? Obviously, overnight, Carney Chuck Mawaka, what's happening with him? Mm-hmm. I've been told he hasn't arrived in Australia yet, but we'll see clarification on that. Couldn't wait and see Villa's squad out there, their full squad for the tour. Who's gone, who hasn't. So we'll see with that one. A lot of interesting developments happening. Villa want to move a few players on, obviously. So we'll see. But, domino effects as well, mate. I think a couple more to head out and a couple more to head in.
Romano tweeted it like late last night, I think, that Barcelona are seriously interested and kind of monitoring the situation.
Yep.
Kind of a bit...
I know.
Shrug my shoulders about it all now. Just keep rumbling on. This team's interested. This team isn't. Will he sign? Won't he sign? We'll just keep talking about if, buts, and maybes, and it doesn't really get us anywhere, does it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I think Carney's still assessing his options. I think he's still weighing his future up. Yeah, the under-19 championship finished 10 or 11 days ago now. So yeah, he's still weighing things up. He's speaking to his representatives, and we'll see if he's down under. If not, you got to question his future and where's he going to be come the start of the season. So yeah, we'll see with that one. It's rumbling on. It will. How annoying. I know it's annoying, but what will be with Carney. The ball's in his court. We've all seen Gerrard's comments by now. Wants him to stay. His future belongs here, but ultimately it's down to the player then, as we know.
Yeah, player power is king. Should we talk about Australia then and play the little intro that I've made?
Oh, duh. I ain't seen it yet. Go on.
It's the didgeridoo music for me. That's the best part. Ash Down Under, our little pre-season content, I guess we'll say. You've got a daily, is it daily newsletter that you're doing?
Yeah,
nice. So you can sign up to the link. I'll put that in the description of this YouTube video and on Facebook Live later. So you can get daily musings from Ash. We're doing a lot of video stuff on our social media accounts, and some of that will probably filter over to the podcast as well. And we'll probably check in with you on these kind of Facebook Lives maybe every couple of days, maybe, depending on what's happening over there in terms of training sessions and stuff like that. And obviously there's the 3 matches. So just explain to us, when are you going, when do you arrive, what is the format for the games? Tell us as much as you can about the Australia tour.
So Villa are currently based in the Gold Coast at the moment. We've got a couple more sessions planned this week. I fly out from Birmingham on Thursday afternoon, 2:20, and then I land in Brisbane at 10:30 Friday night, Brisbane time, which back here it's lunchtime Friday. So I'll probably jump on with you at some stage. Saturday, bit of a free day for me. I'll see how I am jet lag wise. I'm not sure. Any tips to deal with the jet lag are welcome in the comments, please. Do you stay up? Do you have a bit of a kip? I don't know. So we'll play it by ear. So it'll stay till in Friday when I land.
Is this like the longest trip that you've done, like for holidays and stuff as well?
Yeah. Well, 100%. The most exotic you got for me is Tenerife. So this beats it hands down. No, I went to Minnesota, did 2019.
Of course, yeah.
I didn't really have jet lag there, to be fair. I managed it quite well.
So you're better off getting to their time zone as quick as you can.
Yeah.
If you're not there for long, you can probably stick on the UK one and just be up late or awake early or whatever. I remember going to America as a teenager a few times with family and stuff, and that's a 5-hour difference, and you feel jet lag more on the journey back. I think that's what I found anyway. I got back to the UK and was just dead. So I think if you kind of stay awake till Australian time and then manage to sleep on their schedule as soon as you can, that is probably the best way. Ian in the comments says, Ash, there's no free day, you'll be in the boozer with us. There's actually a few comments from people watching this video in Australia saying like it's good to see Villa go over there, and they'll be watching them live for the first time.
100%, yeah. I can't wait for that. I met loads in Minnesota. Obviously Villa have been stateside a number of times. This is a first ever in the club's history, going down to Australia. And do you think about the amount of expats down there? I mean, it'd be incredible. It's massive, and like you say, I think there's a bit of a shindig at the Pig and Whistle in Brisbane on Saturday.
What a name that is for a bar.
Pig and Whistle. Yeah, so I'll be down there. I'll do some video, probably do a report for the morning. So obviously, I think fans will know what it's like down there. So looking to get in amongst it. Mine's a lager. I don't know what the lager is down there. But I'll have a few of them. Don't tell Steve, Dan. All right. There's a bit of a do on 5 o'clock onwards on the Saturday night. And then it's game day Sunday. Got Leeds on the Sunday, Dan. Suncorp Stadium. I've seen photos of that. Looks brilliant. The usual match day stuff on the Sunday. Having the bacon sandwiches in the morning. They can just watch the live blog. I'll be blogging from there. Player ratings, talking points. Hopefully get Stevie, the manager. So, do the usual match day stuff. And then Monday, I'm still in Brisbane on the Monday. And then there's an open training session in Townsville on the Tuesday, I believe. Just waiting for confirmation on that. So we'll have an open training session for fans on the Tuesday up in Townsville, which is 2-hour flights away from Brisbane. And then they've got Brisbane Roar on the Wednesday. And then I fly to Perth on the Thursday. I get there late Thursday. Friday's free day for me. I'll be following some updates, no doubt. And then Saturday's the game against Man U. Sunday, I'm on a late flight Sunday. So if anyone's sticking around in Perth on the Sunday, I don't fly until 10:30 on the night. So a few jars on the Sunday. And then that's it then. I'll be back in Birmingham Monday afternoon. And then Villa completed it. Three games. So on to Rennes then. I'll be in France.
How much do you think the travelling will affect the squad and the players? Because you think of going on pre-season tour, and in previous years we've gone to Portugal a lot of times with Steve Bruce, and those are obviously short trips, and you come and kind of go back, and it's the same day. Going back to Australia, you come back on a different day from the day that you left. Even the midweek kind of thing that you're travelling across Australia, and that's an 8-hour flight. An 8-hour flight to the States or whatever kind of throws you around a little bit. So doing all that travelling in such a short space of time, I know they're fit athletes and they've kind of got all their food down to every last calorie given to what they're supposed to have, and sleep schedules and stuff like that, much more than you on the beers and late nights and stuff like that. But still, it's a lot of travelling, and that does take it out of you. So I'm hoping that doesn't kind of impede on the fitness side of things, because that's what pre-season is all about, getting fit.
I thought it was quite clever to have the international players go over there earlier, acclimatise a little bit, get used to the jet lag. I think the your McGinns, your Coutinho's, Martinez's, they've been in Australia for 5 days now. They've been over there for 5 days. I think they had a bit of a recovery session when they landed, so they're fine. It's the boys that left Birmingham on Sunday. They arrived late. Brisbane time, it was quite late. And they got in about 1 or 2 in the morning. And then obviously it's double sessions this week. I think they've got a day off planned as well. And then they've got a double session on the Saturday, and then they've got Leeds on the Sunday. So it's really intense. It's not too bad. They're based in the Gold Coast, obviously. I spent loads of time there, and then a little bit of travelling for the Raw and the Man U game, but not too bad. And like you say, the early group that went over there, fine now. It's just about the other players that played against Walsall. They'll acclimatise to it. I'll be a bit jaded a little bit, but as the weeks pass, as the sessions pass, they'll be fine. Pretty
much the final thing for me, I wanted to kind of split this into 2 answers though, in terms of what you're most excited about. Obviously going to pre-season, I'm very jealous that you get to go and do all this travelling. What are you most excited about from an experience point of view, like going over there and being in Australia, and from a football point of view? What 2 things are you looking forward to? Experience-wise,
just seeing the Aussies and the expats out there, the Villa fans who are watching from afar all the time, haven't been down the Villa for ages. It's a bit of me and you, Dan. We go every week, don't we? We take it for granted. Yeah, 100% we do. So looking forward to getting amongst the fans, speaking to them, making a few pals, sharing a few beers with the fans, and getting amongst them lot. So that's what I'm looking to take from me. I had a great time in Minnesota doing that, speaking to people, and that's what it's about. And in terms of football-wise, I think shape up, obviously, Coutinho, Buendia, how they line up, any system tweaks. See what Critchley's like, up close and personal. Diego Carlos, like you say, the new signings. Ludwig, will he fly over? I'm guessing he will over the next few days. Should that be confirmed? See what he's like. And a couple of the youngsters coming in. I like seeing the little tidbits from, even on Walsall on Saturday, just Gerrard pulling Feeney over, 17-year-old centre-back, pulling him over. He was telling him what to expect playing men's football. Little bits like that, little talking points you can take from it. And it'd be great to be over there. I'm over there for 10 days. I'm sure it'll fly by, but I plan to soak it up like a sponge and report back to you guys. That newsletter should be good. That'll fly straight into your email inbox. that people won't get that anywhere else. That will come straight to you in your emails. Like a tour diary, it'll be a bit more diary from Brisbane and Townsville and Perth. Bring you the behind the scenes stuff that the cameras don't show. Me behind the scenes kind of thing, backstage and all that game. And at the open training session, I do some talking points from that. Yeah, loads to take from it, Dan. I'm sure it'll fly by. I won't get much sleep, I don't think. But yeah, I'll be soaked like a sponge, and like you say, get on that newsletter if you can. I'll be reporting everything from it, even beer prices if you want them, or anything, any food. If I see a kangaroo in the street, I've been warned about bin chickens. They're called them. Google bin chickens. Bin chickens. I've heard about them. They're massive birds. They've got beaks like that, and they ride the bins. So, honestly.
Well, we have foxes roaming the street at night. They have bin chickens in Australia.
They're 3 times bigger than foxes now. That's what I've heard. Yeah. So I've been.
This is somebody having you on? My
brother lives in Sydney, doesn't he? He told me about bin chickens, so he said, watch out for them. See, that's what you got on the newsletter.
This is it. So if you sign up to the newsletter, I'll put the link in the description. Follow us on, if you're watching this Facebook Live, obviously you follow the Facebook page. There'll be plenty of stuff here. Claret Blue Pod on Twitter as well. There'll be plenty of stuff from Ash, photos, videos, talking points, little snippets from training sessions or pubs and fan chants and all kind of stuff. I don't know how much media presence will be over there in terms of general stuff. So obviously your feet on the ground for us over here in the UK. So we want you to go and experience it and feed it back to us. So in a lucky position, and we'll share all that we can from that. Also, it'd be nice to see Villa win a couple of those games over there as well, wouldn't it? All 3, in fact. You would assume, I'm making an assumption here, that the away kit will come out in Australia.
Marketing words, commercially.
Go over there and play against Man United in the away kit or something like that, and have this big kind of fanfare. By the away kit in Perth or wherever it was you said. And then the UK can buy it back here on the same day or something. From a marketing point of view and a content point of view, if I was in charge, I'd be doing it in Australia because it's a big opportunity. So, while you're over there, keep an eye out for the away kit as well if you see anything. I think that'll do for this little update. This will be the last time that we check in whilst you're in the UK. We were going to do this tomorrow in person in the office, but plans were scuppered, so I thought we'd just jump on this morning to do it. We'll try and catch up on Friday. If not, it'll be Saturday. I know you said it's a bit of a day off, but a day off, jumping on for 15 minutes or so and give us a flavour, even of the pub you sat in. We'll just have a brief chat and see how you are. We'll see what we can do Friday. We'll let you decide that though, how the travel's been and how tired you are. If you fancy jumping on from the hotel and it's kind of like 3-4 o'clock UK time, we'll have another kind of catch up then and see how things are going. Until then, Ash, have a safe flight, have a safe trip and enjoy it. Thanks to everyone who watched along on this Facebook Live and who's watching this on the podcast feed later on Tuesday. If you've got any questions or anything that you want Ash to look out for while he's over there, get them in the comments and we'll see what we can do for you. Thank you very much for watching and we'll see you again in Australia. Thank you for listening to Claret and Blue, an Aston Villa podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please do let us know. We love hearing your feedback. We'll be back soon with another episode, but until then, up the Villa.